Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to talk about all the movies that I have watched in the past 2 months. I started with Captain Fantastic. The name might be misleading, but this film was a pleasant surprise. It tells the story of a family who have been living in isolation. The kids have grown up in the wilderness, they have not gone to school, but then they have to come back to the society. It was a fun watch. The film questions so many things. It was thought-provoking. It is not perfect, but I did not regret watching this. Then I watched the 2013 film Drinking Buddies. The film is about two co-workers in a brewery. Once I started watching the film, I really wanted to know what happened to the characters. It kept me hooked. There was nothing memorable about this film, but at the same time, it was not that bad. Then I watched the film Knock Knock only because Keanu Reeves was in it. It was a total waste of time. I don't know how Keanu Reeves agreed to make this movie. I just want to erase this from my memory. I also watched a short film called Counterfeit Kunkoo. The film portrays the struggle of an unmarried woman to find a house in Mumbai. It had a unique premise and it was nicely done. Then I watched Oh Brother Where Art Thou. I wanted to watch this film for a long time, but I never got a chance. Finally, I watched it. I enjoyed this film, but I was not satisfied. Maybe I was expecting more, but nonetheless, Coen Brothers' style never fails to impress me. I love the music in this film too. Then I watched the Netflix series Formula 1 Drive to Survive. I really love this show. I'm not an F1 fan, I know very little about it, but after watching the series, I have started following the 2021 F1 races. What I like about this series is it brings out all the drama both on and off the racing track. It focuses on the lesser known teams and not just on the winners. It's beautifully done, go watch it. Then I watched the 2016 superhero movie Sleight. I don't know why this was there in my watch list. I did not enjoy this. I also watched the 2016 documentary Machines by Rahul Jain. This is a beautiful film. It shows the inner workings of a textile mill in Gujarat. There is something about machines. I was always fascinated with the moving parts, the sounds, and this film perfectly captures that. It also sheds light on the dire working conditions. It is meditative and observational. Then I watched Malcolm and Marie. It was really difficult to watch this film. This film tries too hard to be something it is not. Throughout the film, we see the characters of Zendaya and John David Washington fighting. The monologues of John David Washington was too loud and irritating at times. Their arguments and thoughts are too perfect to be believable. I don't know who fights like this. YouTube then suggested me the documentary Life in a Day. The film is basically a compilation of videos from various parts of the world showing things happening in a single day. The film delivers what it sets out to do. It was amazing to watch small snippets of someone's life who is living in the other side of the world. I loved it, and I went on to watch the first Life in a Day documentary that was made in 2011. Then I watched So. In the film, a man falls in love with his maid. I have seen this idea being explored in many other films, but what I like about Sir is it was successful in bringing out my own biases and prejudices. The film questioned the way I thought about things, and it does so with great subtlety. I also watched A Death in Gunj. This was Konkana Sen Sharma's directorial debut. It has an amazing cast, and I really loved how they have added so many details to each of the characters, giving them a lot of depth. I especially loved how they have portrayed the shy character of Vikrant Massey. I thoroughly enjoyed watching this film. Then I watched Court. I have spoken about this already in another video. This movie just blew my mind. I also watched Lovers Rock, directed by Steve McQueen. This movie is an experience in itself. The whole film is about a house party. We see the speakers being set up, people getting dressed to go to the party. There are long shots of people just dancing to the music and singing along. We see some of them finding love and some of them getting rejected. This is a beautiful film. Then I watched Broadchurch Season 1. There has been a death of an 11-year-old and the police detectives are trying to find the killer. I did skip through some of the parts which had lots of drama. Towards the end, I was only interested in finding out how the boy died and who the killer was. It was a good watch, but I don't think I will watch the second season. Then I watched Castaway. Again, I go to this film whenever I need some hope, and there is something calming about Tom Hanks. I watched Nomadland. Frances McDormand is really amazing in it. There are some powerful scenes which hit me really hard. The movie is heartfelt, endearing, and at times really sad. It shows how being houseless and homeless are not the same thing. It has some amazing visuals too. I then watched Minari. It's a story of an immigrant Korean family struggling to make a living in America. The film does a very good job showing the characters' inner struggles and family dynamics. It is inspirational, and it made me think how some people have the courage to make extreme decisions just to achieve their dreams. Then I watched Aaron Sorkin's Trial of the Chicago 7. It did not blow my mind, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think Aaron Sorkin is an expert when it comes to dialogues and expositions. Through slow build-up of tension and multiple perspectives, he can make anything interesting. That's it guys. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. That's all for today. See you all in the next one.